back in YouTube. It's your boy Jason Yamamoto, and today I am going to be answering some Q&A, right? I'm going to be answering a very general question, right? I get a lot of people that messages me on my inbox, right? I get a lot of people who personally messages me on my Facebook, but always asking, particularly between training and diet, about their diet. What food should I eat? Right? What food should I eat to help me lose weight or build muscle? Alright. And that answer is very vague, man. That's very vague because I'm not a nutrition specialist, right? I mean, I have the concept, I can guide you to gain muscle through dieting and help you lose fat through dieting, but most of my results, right, particularly comes from training, right? And I always go back, it's like, well, tell me what your training is, right? That's the first thing I ask them. Fuck your diet, what is your training, right? And there's a few reasons why I go with this philosophy versus people are always saying, would like to argue, it's like, hey, no, your diet is the most important thing. It's not your goddamn training. And it goes both hand in hand, right? It's either, it has to be training, it has to be dieting. It's like this. They are the yin and the yang, right? But science have done some research, and if you had to pick one of the two, training is going to give you the result, right? Not the best result, but a result, or the result, and changing your physique, per se, right? But the foods was going to change you internally. You understand that, right? So, you got these two, right? These two that goes hand in hand. And I don't like to say, go all out on your diet. Not saying that, right? Yeah, it is very important to check your nutrition to get optimal results. But why do I always ask you what your training is like? Is because I'm not gonna bullshit. If you're already asking what food you should eat to help you build muscle, most of the time you don't even know how to train, right? You don't know how to run. You don't know how to do a goddamn push-up. You don't know how to do a sit-up, a pull-up, anything. You don't know how the basics of fitness. You just don't know, right? And then you jump up on building muscle, right? You go into the gym and do some weight-resistant training without the basic knowledge or fundamentals of body weight exercises. You understand what I'm saying? The main reason why I've been able to gain and maintain my weight, my muscular structure in the past year is for the fact that I am well equipped with calisthenics and weight training, right? Now I have a year under my belt, a full year of weight training skills under my belt. So I can tell people, well, I've been training under the iron for a year, right? A 1 year experience. But with calisthenics, I have been trained in calisthenics since, since I was 6 years old, right? I've always been participating in sports. I understand how to train. You see what I'm saying? Basketball team, soccer teams, boxing teams, name it, man. I've done it all, right? I know how to train. And that's why I understand the CNS, which is the central nervous system, is the most important system you have to understand, right? You have to take care of your CNS if you want to see optimal results. And then it's your muscles, right? Because if you use up too much of your CNS, your training goes to shit, right? Muscles are actually easier to train, man. Lightweight, slow resistance, when you lift up your weight, there's a thing called negatives, right? When you go down and slow as fuck, and then you bring it back up slow as fuck, that's called negative, right? But explosive, positive, explosive movements, it's like 1, 2, 3, you know? And anything explosive pretty much targets the central nervous system, right? Or high intensity, where you're actually lifting a very, very difficult weight and you're trying to push on your way through. That is using up your CNS. Alright? I just want you to realize that. Okay? So, what I'm saying is, concentrate on your training first, not your diet. Because you know why? Because the problem is with diet is that you as a person don't even understand the basics of diet. You don't even know exactly how much protein is in the meat, in certain groups of meat. And believe it or not, did you know that shrimp has one of the most amount of protein in it, right? If you go look up in the protein charts, scallops and fucking shrimp is up on the top of the list for protein, right? You eat like 6 little things of shrimps, and that equals to an entire thing of steak, believe it or not, right? So with that being said, learn how to do some nutrition education, right? Nutritional background, have some background in it. Learn what protein does for you. Learn what amino acids do for you. Learn the vitamins and the minerals. All right. Learn how these things can affect your body and how it will enhance your body to develop and become a strong piece of physical equipment, right? So if you are going to concentrate on your diet, then go learn about your diet. Learn where chicken comes from. Learn how it's processed. Learn what happens when you cook it, the chemical breakdowns, and the nutrition that it provides you as a human being to help you build muscle, help you maintain strength, and build new muscle, right? That's all I have to say. Concentrate on your training first. Learn how to train, right? Learn your muscle groups. Learn what your CNS can do for you, right? Learn protein synthesis. Learn what makes what builds muscle, right? Because in order for you to build muscle, it's these little microfiber tears that happens in your muscle, right? These little tears that happen in your muscle fibers. Okay, it's these little tears that happens, microscopic tears that happens in your muscle fibers, and the amino acids, right? The building blocks of fucking life is what's gonna repair these muscles, and that's what's gonna make your muscles look bigger, right? So learn these things. Anyways, guys, it's your boy Jason Yamamoto, and I will see you guys later. Breathe.